In art, where does the likeness of a person come from? Now, there's a lot of different thoughts around this. So, I like watching a show called Portrait Artist of the Year. And one of the judges, Tyshan Scherenberg, believes that the likeness of a person is found somewhere in the mouth region, whereas a lot of people believe that it comes from sort of the eyes. And I asked my wife where she thought that a likeness comes from, and she thought it was proportions. And my argument was this: so, if it comes from proportions, how does a caricaturist capture a likeness? And she's like, well, yeah, they exaggerate some things like a forehead or a nose or something like that. And I was like, well, then therefore the proportion thing isn't accurate because it's not in proportion, right? So then I was thinking like, well, what about the mouth thing? Well, if it was the mouth that captures the likeness, like Tyshan Scheerberg thinks, then everybody would know who Batman was, right? Because you only see his mouth, you don't see the rest of his face. And then, well, what if it was just the eyes, like most of the other people believe? Well, then probably everybody would know who Superman was, right? Because you see his eyes, even through his glasses, you can see his eyes. So you should know who that was. I know this is a silly analogy, but then I was like, you know what? What do I think? And I think that the likeness of a person comes from the corners of different things. So if it's eyes, it's the corner of the eyes and how they are. So like I have hooded eyes, so maybe my eyes corners will be a little bit different than somebody with eyes like this. And then the mouth, that might have corners that are different, and the nose and things like that. So I want to know, where do you think a likeness lies when it comes to art?